Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and in today's video I will be going over the new 4K Ultra HD announcements and pre-orders for November 10th, 2023. Now keep in mind, release dates and technical specs are subject to change. If there are any changes or additional retailer exclusives, I will update them in a future video. Also, be sure to check out my previous pre-order videos for titles you may be looking for and were not covered here. Direct Amazon links to the titles listed in this video can be found when they are live on the channel's community page. Severin announced a couple of titles this week that look to be available for order on November 24th. That is Black Friday. First up, the 4K edition of The Church will be coming from the label. And after that, they are going to have Mirror Mirror on 4K available the same day. Now, once again, we don't know if they are actually going to be shipping on that day or soon after, or if it's just up for pre-order. But I listed November 24th regardless, so if you want either of these films, you're going to have to order from Severin. Disney announced this week that The Creator is scheduled for release on 4K December 12th. This is a bit of a welcome surprise. Typically, Disney films that don't do well seem to either get a straight to Blu-ray like Kenneth Branagh's A Haunting in Venice, or it's kind of made as a club exclusive or retailer exclusive, but this appears to be a wide release available everywhere. As per usual, HDR and Dolby Atmos will be included. Spike Lee's School Days is arriving on 4K from Sony, also on December 12th. Now, while official tech specs have not been announced yet, this being a Sony title, I fully expect HDR and Dolby Vision, and I would not be surprised to see a Dolby Atmos audio mix on here. Pre-order should go live for this title very soon. While online retailers have not confirmed the release date, it looks like The Exorcist Believer will be arriving on 4K December 19th, just in time for Christmas. There you go, great present for everybody. HDR and Dolby Atmos are going to be included, and as you see here, this is the standard edition, but I don't believe this is going to be the final cover art. What we do know for certain is the Walmart and Best Buy exclusive Steelbook editions are currently up for pre-order, and this is what they're going to look like. So if you're going to be buying the film, you'll have a few different options to go through, so you can pick up your copy on December 19th. While this was previously announced a while back, Kino Lorber's 4K edition of Kindergarten Cop starring Arnold Schwarzenegger is scheduled to arrive in the new year on January 23rd. And we don't have official cover art yet, but I suspect Kino will update that very soon. Also on Kino Lorber's website, a 4K edition of Scarlet Street is scheduled to arrive 1 week later on January 30th. Once again, we don't have the official cover art, but I will update both of those in a future video. The double feature of Dark Knight of the Scarecrows 1 and 2 is going to be included as one set, and the release date for that will be March 26th. I can't believe we're already getting into March here. Pre-orders are not yet live for this one, but I expect that to change very shortly. It looks like Sony will be releasing a 4K of The Raid Redemption sometime in 2024. Now, it looks like the director is going back and doing some alterations to the color grading on this one. It looks a little bit different than the Blu-ray. I saw some caps out there. But this being a Sony title, I fully expect to see HDR and Dolby Vision, and more than likely a Dolby Atmos audio mix. When all this becomes more official and cover art is out there, I will update that in a future video. There are a couple of international 4K pre-orders and announcements to go over in this week's video, and keep in mind that if you choose to import, most 4K discs are region-free. On November 23rd, in France, it looks like the DC Universe Not So Complete collection will be made available in that market. It's an interesting array of films here. They're obviously not going for a complete set. We're missing Birds of Prey and the Suicide Squad films, and obviously the upcoming Aquaman 2. So it's an interesting choice for a collection, but there it is. So if you're in France and you want these titles specifically in one set, you'll be able to pick it up near the end of November. Previously announced by Turbine in Germany for 4K release, Steelbook editions of Pearl and Renfield are now dated for November 30th. HDR and Dolby Vision will be included, as well as Dolby Atmos audio. Over in Germany, on December 7th, a Steelbook edition of The Nun 2 has been announced, and it will have the same tech specs as the other releases worldwide, which means HDR and Dolby Atmos audio. Over in France, on December 14th, a Steelbook of Moon Age Daydream is going to be made available in that market. Also in France, on December 14th, their 4K edition of Blue Beetle will be made available. In Germany, it looks like a standard edition of the film Mad Heidi will be out on December 14th. If you recall, there were limited edition media books out for the film, but it looks like this is a wide release available everywhere. In Italy on December 21st, Living Dead: The Collection will be coming to 4K. The French release date for The Nun 2 on 4K is scheduled to arrive in the new year on January 24th. Just like the other releases worldwide, HDR and Dolby Atmos will be included. There will also be a 2-film collection, including both movies, scheduled to arrive on the same day. So those are this week's new pre-orders and announcements for November 10th, 2023. Don't forget, if you're interested in any of the titles I talked about, I have direct Amazon links as they become live on the channel's community page. But I also want to hear from you what titles I talked about in this video you're planning to pick up for yourself. And finally, a special thank you to my Patreons for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. If you would like to support me through Patreon, I will leave a link in the description of this video. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.